Round of 81. This is one of our final two games here. We're doing Dobbs taking on PMPC and Memeluksen. Holy, that's loud. Jeez, that's so loud. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Eleven. We're on Marketplace. On this map, you start with neutral. There are neutral markets in each corner. These can't be destroyed. They can't be claimed. They can only be traded with. So there's basically like an infinite amount of gold on this map. But in practice, there's a lot of gold. I don't think we've hit a point where like we've run out of the extra res on this map before. People usually die and then move in on the dead person's res. So we'll see what happens here. We've got a 1700, right? No, a 1600. Oh, yeah, it is 1700. So PMPC in blue here in the east is playing as the Mongols. It's around a 1613. In the north, we've got Memeluksen, who's around a 1735 1v1 RM Elo, playing in yellow as the Mayans. And in the southwest, we've got Dobbs, who's a 2.2k. You probably have heard of Dobbs before, playing as the Magyars. In the southwest, we, of course, have our ungarrisonable kings. And we, again, are on Marketplace with the neutral markets in the corners. There's a giant big patch of wood in the center. There's some scattered patches of wood that are just big enough to... They're just big enough that they aren't absolutely horrible to drop a lumber camp on. But they're not giant wood piles. What are little tents? They are little tents that give 5 pop space. Because on Marketplace, you start with 2 trade carts. If you don't have an extra house that you start with, then you start off instantly housed. If you're wondering about if you're new to the tournament and you're wondering, like, what's the deal with the king, there was a glitch last summer where kings couldn't garrison. So we ran a whole tournament around it called the King Snipe Cup, which was a great 1v1 tournament. And then I was like, hey, I should combine this with my annual 1v1v1 tournament, Wrang of Fire, that I run. And it's been great so far because it helps break up the free-for-all deadlock. And this is a free-for-all, so there's no in-game diplomacy. Players technically are free to team up and take one player out if they want, but there's only one winner from the game, and only one player from this game will move on to the semifinals. Oh, no, wait, pardon me, to the round of 27. This is the round 81 game. That would be technically the quarterfinals, so, or third, 9th finals. A round of 27. You played the map yesterday and you just realized that that's what these do, Ensberg. So I tuned in. Actually, I had someone point this out to me on the Discord, but wait, what? You can push deer with trade cards? This I did not know. This I'm discovering right this second. This looks so wrong. this looks really wrong. Why does this look so bad? This just looks bad. Something about the dude being on the cart just makes it like really bizarre looking. I don't know. The combination of the cart, I think it's the combination of the cart pushing in the deer and then the king. Watching it happen. Like, yes, this is what I want to have happen. I dictate it so. Dobbs might be in a bit of a pickle. So normally the 2 lower elos will team up on the higher elo. And in this case, Dobbs has 2 high elo opponents. For being the low elos in quotation marks. Like 1600, 1700 is pretty considerably. This is high enough that if the 2K is pressured by one, the other one will be able to kill them. Epicorgat, yes, you start with 2 trade carts. The blue has 1 pushing deer, and the other one's up here. We're adding a second wood line back here. I'm surprised it's not like over there. Or even there. But okay. Maybe this isn't so bad because you have like the 1 tile gap on this side. You have like options for your Terrible villager pathing to take. Hey, Mayan player, what are you up to? We're on 25 pop, 26 pop. So this is FC from Memeluksen. Dobbs definitely already up to feudal, yeah. Dobbs is probably going to go Magyar scouts here. And if the other two players are naked FCs, they might be in trouble. Blue at least has walls going down. Blue might be able to wall off their side. Now, the interesting thing is that it's pretty easy to wall a side off. It's hard to wall both sides off. So, I mean, blue and yellow could, like yellow in particular. Jink, 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 jink. There you go. You got yourself a little wall. But blue's wall is pretty nice and easy to set up too. And here we go. This is definitely, I'm 100% stable. Yep. Stable going down from the Magyar player. Magyar's with the free forging. And if you pick up the armor right away, you'll be so well equipped for diving under town centers. Where's Yellow's King? Like, Yellow's King is right there. You make 5 scouts. I really think if you're a 2K, you make 5 scouts and you kill one of the two players. Like, Dobbs only has to kill one of these guys in Feudal Age. Realistically. You only need to kill one. And then you're in a 1v1. And even if you're like, if you're a 2.2K, and I told you that you have to make 5 scouts and then delete them versus your 1700 level opponent without using them at all, any 2K in the world is going to take that. They would take that deal. So if you think of these scouts, if you make 5 scouts and then you send them to yellow and then they all die, but you get Yellow's King, then 100% worth, right? That's the way to look at it. I'm pretty sure with a 500 elo advantage, like a 2.2K could take out a 1700 with a 5 scout deficit like that. Somewhere like a 3 to 5 scout deficit. I'm pretty sure a 2.2K could deal with a 1700 instead. Feels like the 3 Palisade King against TC should be a meta defense. We see it often, myth, but then this is what myths in my chat, Twitch chat said. The problem with that is that then you go archers and your king is pinned down. I think scouts to archers is the meta build, but we've seen it maybe once all tournament. Dobbs is just gonna go for some vills on the wood line here. That's the other thing, is Dobbs could make like 2 scouts, 3 scouts, and just like play a regular, like, nice scouts to knights build, nothing special, and just go in with the Magyar scouts and do a ton of damage. Like, Magyar scouts kills the highest of level. It kills everybody. These things are beasts in early feudal age. 17XX should be able to protect his king, though. Yellow's up to castle age. And the king is right under the town center. That's a great hiding spot. Even it took me a second to spot it. It looked like a fire inside the town center or something. I wonder if Dobbs will dive. Does he have armor? Does not have armor. But yellow being pressured pretty terribly, being forced to take stragglers. We will take a peek at blue in a second. Let's see. Blue is a stable down. Smith, they are up to castle age. So 2 FCs. Red is mostly walled. We've got one little stretch that we need to get closed up, and I do say need, because he's probably going to have knights from the Mongol player, I would guess. Or even worse, possibly cavalry archers. Although this is looking like they're just going to wall up. I don't know if Red saw the king or not, actually, puppy. But looks like he's decided to go to blue. If he can hit blue, too, wouldn't be too bad. Because he's already killed 2 vills at yellows. So Dobbs on a bit of a roll here. The PMPC losing one of those forward vills. Do you have another one building? No, there's just one vill building this wall. There's a lot of wood just sitting in houses there. Stone walls up around the king. You got to get those corners walled in too. This is not good enough. You can hit through the corner. The king has a big hitbox. You can hit him through the corners very easily. And blue, oh man, blue might be about to lose like 3 vills here. Ooh, gonna pull away from the spear, take the fight on the spear. Ooh, blue's microing really good. Blue microing really well. Wow. Sick micro from the spear with blue. Getting it mixed in with the vills, making it really hard for the scouts to take any kind of fight against the vills there. That was a really sick play from PMPC. what do we... Whip. And that's why you don't stick your trade card in the opponent's wood line and just forget about it. That guy takes a lot of shanks. That's what happens in my old neighborhood if you wore the wrong colors. Oh, that's pretty good. The timing of that was immaculate. The second I noticed it, Dobbs noticed it. That was great. Perfect. Perfect. Is red walled yet? Red's not even walled yet. Make knights, send to Dobbs. What's the problem? I guess PMPC is worried about losing to yellow. We might have ourselves like a real free-for-all going on here, guys. I don't think yellow and blue are necessarily working together. Yeah, yellow doesn't trust blue. There's no love here. We got a true free-for-all. Sometimes these can make for the longest games when players don't work together. So we might have a good one here for a one-game set. So just so you guys know, and maybe you're watching on YouTube, this will probably be the video posted order too. We're going to finish off the round of 81 today. We got this game and another game from the round of 81, I think. And then we have three sets of Rex from the round of 27, which are all best of 4 sets. And there is a best of 4 set happening live today as well. Yo, Lappers 001, thank you very much. Not sure if I can stay up till 6 a.m., but I'd love to see Trundle live. I know this is all off hours for you, Char. I'm sorry. Char's the one doing the majority of the admin work for the tournament, and I think the entire tournament's happening while she sleeps. Newmont, who this? Yo, Maggie. All right, well, now there's knights roaming around Memeluksen's base from Dobbs. So, Dobbs sat back. Knights are in Memeluksen's woodline. Memeluksen is a really safe kingpin. I think that's kind of in range of the town center, too. Mainly, Memeluksen just needs to not die. But there's a lot of knights. We got 10 knights. Do we have +2 on these suckers? No, only +1. Still going to be enough. These don't have bodkin yet. No second attack upgrade on the plume, so the knights are going to dive in. If they had the second armor, they could soak the shots from the castle a little bit. But even then, you wouldn't want to fight under a TC, a castle, and plumes. That being said, the pressure from red is red. How did that town center go down? What? Or Siege Workshop? How are they even in? Oh, it was open over here. Okay. Well, red has one villager in here. That's all you really need. And let's get +2. I want to see +2. What's Dobbs eco? Well, we don't really have we don't have the food for +2 right now. We do have the ram. We have the ram and some numbers. Yep, the second ram will definitely help. I'm kind of surprised these aren't mangoes for exactly this reason. Like, also because we can't really dive with the knights, right? Well, we have +2 now. Now we can dive. But it's still not great. We're still losing knights. Dobbs managed to keep the Vil inside of the ram. The Vil sits behind the ram. It won't soak shots from the TC. Gonna have to get it out of there, though. And Dobbs is gonna lose this push. Was this worth it for Dobbs? You know what? I'm gonna say it is. Normally, you would say no. This was a bad push. Not worth it. Threw a bunch of resin units away. But in this case, Dobbs has basically guaranteed himself the ability to get town centers down without getting 2v1'd. Because you don't know if you're going to get 2v1'd or not in this situation. So pressuring one of the opponents and guarantees that one of them is going to be sitting back. This is the issue, though, is you got to make sure you're walled. If there's a hole in this stupid hill wall, or even if they break in too quick, then Dobbs is... Dobbs might be at risk of losing his king in just a moment here. And he's going to throw down a university. I can't tell if that's walled or not. There's a weak spot over here. In fact, the cavalry archers could just go sit right in there. Yeah, Dobbs recognizes that micros the king back a little bit. And we're going to be picking off some trade here at the very least. Dobbs forced back with these knights. Still has the siege workshop up near Memeluksen's town center in there. Manages to get back in. This is looking dangerous here. PMPC is, I mean, their plan definitely is not to win the game with these cavalry archers. It's to snipe this king. They're not trying to kill Dobbs. They're only trying to kill Dobbs' king with this, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're trying to break in and do damage, take out army. I think they're trying to snipe a king. Lappers, yes, we're on Marketplace. I don't know if you've seen the tournament before. I feel like I recognize your name. This is a free-for-all 1v1v1 tournament, $2,500. We've got some really, really high-level players in the tournament. We've got a game with a set with Doubt coming up later today, and another set with Rapard. So there's some good players, and as we get further on, we see higher concentrations of them generally. Although we already have one, I think 1,300. I think we have the lowest semifinalist ever in Ring of Fire this year. I think we have like a 1,300 player. So it's kind of crazy, but also looking like there's at least 2 sets where we're guaranteed to have like a top 50 player in at the very least, because there's like a top 50, a top 50, and a top 5, I think, in one set. And I think we have... I can't say that because I may... Oh, I don't, because I don't know the third person in that set yet. There's one set that I don't know who the third person is. I don't know. Trying to keep myself spoiler free for casting the games. So far I've been spoiled for 2 games in the tournament, and no one said anything when I casted them, so. Knights on the left side here from Dobbs351. Wait, what's the 351? There were 350 other Dobbs. Plumes are going to go down because these are +2. I mean, if we can get the surround, we might have to micro a little bit there. Dobbs is getting 2v1'd. But I don't think this is a 2v1. I think this is Dobbs has ticked off Memeluksen. And PMPC is just attacking someone. Trademark. Dobbs 1 till Dobbs 350 were taken, yeah. I was pretty happy when I realized that the stupid name that I'd come up with in high school was completely unused across the internet, Wrang. I think I did a Google search for it one day, and there was literally not a single result on Google. I think it was 0 results. I was just like, ooh, I'm gonna make this my username everywhere. I don't think Dobbs realizes how these got in, but the Plumes led them in through a gate. He's got to be more concerned about this. This is a game-ending problem. This sucks, but this will end the game if we don't take care of it. I think he was maybe he was just trying to get those knights back to help. I would just patrol these in. Maybe consider deleting them all because of the monk, but just patrolled in, they'll be fine. I'm much more concerned about this. Way more concerned about this. Throw down some walls. Oh, man. We need like a gate at a house and a thing there. All right. That's still not enough. It's still open, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. There's a palisade. There's a weird palisade there that'll buy a little bit of time. But the knight's coming back. More cavalry archers. The thing about Mongol cavalry archers is they're faster firing. Makes them like really, really deadly if they get to a mass like this. And it's a lot easier for the Mongol to mass the cav archers than the Mangadai. So what I've seen a lot of times before is a player will mass up the cavalry archers and then swap into Mangadai. And it goes really well because then you have faster firing cavalry archers mixing with your super fast firing Mangadai. It goes good. Palisade is not connected to the wall. Is it actually? I think you actually are right. Because that's one tile back, right? Ooh. All right, everybody in chat, you have to throw a Grath salute in chat for my uninterruptible power supply, which just saved the stream. It just saved the stream a second time. Yo, I'm actually kind of terrified right now. My power just flickered twice in the past minute, guys. My UPS will give me about 5 minutes of stream time. So if my power drops, holy fuck, it's -30 outside. Okay, now my brain, now I'm thinking about many different things other than AoE. Anyways, Grath salutes for the uninterruptible power supply. For how long though? My power flickered in the whole power in my entire house flickered twice in like the past minute. That's scary. It's -30. If there's ice on trees, and it's because it's that cold, and then the trees fall on the power lines. That happened to me once, and we lost power for like 2 days, and the house got really scarily cold, like getting worried about pipes bursting cold. Only happened once ever though. That was back when we had a fireplace. Insurance company made us get rid of the fireplace. Yo, my brain is humming right now. I apologize, everybody. We do have wood, and I do have a fire pit in the backyard, so we won't die. Yeah, the insurance companies, they don't like you starting fires inside your house these days. It's cold enough that if the power drops, they might send fire trucks out with generators. Keep people's houses from dying. I'm to spray you with, yes. Just finish this off. Consolidate into one room if you need to conserve heat. There will be stages, and then figure out how long we have. And it makes me want to plug in the other UPS that I have to see if I can get the battery charged on it, just in case I need to use it to charge cell phones and stuff. Give me a minute. I literally have my extra UPS right here. I went and manually fired the sump pumps too. Yeah, that's scary. Need to get a backup battery for the sump pumps. The sump pumps are pumps in my house that keep water from flooding in. They sit in like little wells at the sides of your house, and all the water that like goes up against the side of your house goes down into it's called a weeping tile, and then that gets collected into the sump pump, and then that gets pumped into the main water drainage. So we got 2 of those because one of them kind of sucks, so they added a second one way back when that's properly hooked up to the weeping tile on the side of the house. And in a hypothetical scenario where there's any kind of water, liquid water that has to be pumped away, and there's no power, eventually my house fills up with water. So, and my basement's where all the stream shit is. So everything in my basement is elevated off of the ground, and it's also on a special floor that has like an inch of buffer before that it can take of flooding across the entire ground. So it can take quite a bit of flooding before things get really bad. But you can see why my brain is like a buzz. So I just went and plugged in my other UPS, which you're not supposed to use to power the sump pumps, but I would probably do anyways to get it to fire once, because it would buy my house like probably 6 hours or so. That's why I went and just fired the sump pump now while I have power. If it starts raining, which is unlikely because it's minus 30, but yeah. I'm going to try and focus on the game. I apologize for the quality of casting, everybody. It was scary moments. Dobbs is the only one not an Imperial Age, but is on the way up. Basically getting straight 2v1 now. Plumes on one side, Cavalry Archers on the other side, and we're pretty sure this is open right now. So blue actually, in theory, could just dive in. Dobbs traps the Plumes, finishes them off. And now we've got Mangadai and a Cav Archer mass. And there's actually like 50, basically. I mean, it's Mangadai and Cav Archers, but there's 50 Cav Archer-like units over here. Is the south of Dobbs wall still just one? This is actually open, Lorion. This is open. Blue could literally sprint in and end the game right now for red. These one-game sets are so nerve-wracking. This is going to be the last time that I run one-game sets in the main tournament. Next year, it's going to be best of 4 all the way to the semis, and then semis and finals will be the best of 8s or 7s or whatever it is. Memeluksen researches Treason. Blue's got a pretty nifty kingpen back here. Yellow has like a centralized kingpen. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. How on earth will you manage to cast all that? We had time to cast it this year. Blue dives with the Cav Archers, but not the Mangadai. This is weird and strange, but maybe we're just going to make a stab at the king. PMPC is not research Treason, so I don't know what this is about exactly. As we just threw the entire Cav Archer mass. Memeluksen researches Treason again. I don't see a flare or anything. King has to be microed away from some of the Cav Archers. Dobbs has added skirms to the Knight Mass. Has +4 armor, but I don't see Cavalier coming in. Did we lose the stable that had Cavalier? There's Cavalier. Problem is now we only have 7 Cavalier. We needed it before. Ooh. Oh! Where did these come from? A batch of Plumes wanders in and is going to snipe Red's king. Memeluksen, that's why he was researching Treason over and over again. And now it's PMPC versus Memeluksen. Dobbs is out. Grath salutes in chat for Dobbs, who goes out in the first round. That round of 81, man, it's such a tenuous... oh, my God, we didn't patrol. Oh, that was really bad. That was really, really bad. We still got 40 of them, though. Make it 1 week longer. Gives people more time to schedule, and they also need to play longer sets. Yeah. The one game set split the people that play normal versus people that have played Regicide before. Actually, it's true. Is it weeds out the people who are just in it for the lulz. Does it pretty quick. Like, all the pro players that don't take the mode seriously die in the first round, usually. Dobbs, I'd say, is the exception. You could tell Dobbs was trying to play this. I'd maybe watch some of the other sets. He just got 2 really high elo opponents that both decided to attack him. I think PMPC easily could have decided to hit yellow. It's just more tempting to hit the high elo player, and blue had a better map for pushing that way, and yeah. What are you gonna do? And then I think Dobbs had the right idea. Maybe he should have all in with scouts a little bit harder. I think might have been better. Yo, Robert the Moose with the Prime, man. Thank you very much. Thanks for turning me into a crab.
Robert the Moose just drank the Wrang.
Wow.
Grath salute.
There goes Memeluksen. What? This is just the end of the game. What was yellow going to do? Where are the plumes? The plumes are on this side. And was he going to go try and hit blue? Yeah, he was going to try. I guess he's focused because he's killing all these trebs. The trebs were just a distraction ploy. Literally no reaction from yellow on this side at all. He's finishing off the trebs. And the trebs did such a great distraction job. The triple castle was a great call. Yellow literally did not even see the giant Mangadai mass in their base. No reaction from the Vils whatsoever. No delete on the king. Blue straight up distracted yellow with these trebs. Pulls the army mass this way. Says, oh no, I'm losing my trebuchets. And then fires 60 Mangadai into the base. 40 Mangadai. And goes in and snipes the king. Absolutely sick. Sneaky Snick. How do I bring down an enemy wall? Well, you can watch how this player did it right here. We'll go back because this is actually how blue won the game, was by taking down yellow's wall. So in this case, you can literally see, so gates are a weak point. Okay? They have here, I'll pause and show you. So look at the gate. The gate has 4,000 HP, yes, but it has less armor and pierce armor than a wall. So it has half the armor of the wall, even though it has only 1,000 more HP. So you get all of your melee units to hit it, and then you fire your arrow firing units at it. And that's the crappy way to break in. It'll work in a pinch. Ideally, you're going to make a siege workshop. Where's a siege workshop? Do we have a siege workshop on the field somewhere? Ideally, you're going to make a siege workshop, and you're going to make some rams or mangonels, or you're going to make a trebuchet or bombard cannons. Trebuchet from castle, bombard cannons again from the siege workshop once you get the chemistry upgrade. All right? And that's how you break through walls. Yeah, more melee units can hit it because of the surface area. Blue with a great kingpin didn't even get pressured, though. Literally could have just kept the king sitting in their base. So this was, you could argue this was a waste for PMPC because they could have got more Mangadai out faster, right? They could have got another castle down instead. Probably with all this stone. But then they were super secure and felt confident going out of their base, so I don't know. Good game, GG. We got lots more games, guys. That is the asymmetrical gates. Oh no, not the asymmetrical gates. Didn't even think about relics again. But everybody grabbed one. PMPC grabbed two. PMPC is through to the round of 27. And we are going to keep things moving here at Wrang of Fire.